Hey folks, let's go to CSSBattle.dev and do the daily target like I try to do every day. Oh, oh, that's great. Look at that big percentage sign. Now, this has me thinking, well, what if I actually made a percentage sign? What if I use the percentage sign? Could I do that? And what would that look like? Do I put the background on it? We do that. Clump. I did color. No, color would be white. And then font size. 50 VH. All right, so it's not very good, right? What if I change the font style, font family, impact? Oh, it's so close. It's weirdly close. How about system UI? Sort of. How about Helvetica? That's not so good. So what did we see? Impact, kind of. And then what if we did? What would we do? Well, display grid, justify content. Of course, I'm not going to do it this way. I know you're thinking justify content, center, align items, center. What I need to do, height 100 VH to put it in the middle, and then make it bigger. So it's not really working. 60, 70, 80, 90, 80, 81, 82, 83. And then what if we scaled it a little bit? Scale. So how do we stretch in? So if I do 1 and 1, if I stretch it out on the x-axis, so 1.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and what if I submit that? So how terrible is that score? I know I'm not, I'm all the way down the line here. So 84%. That's not so hot. Let's get serious. Let's do that nested template. And we're going to put white on the body element. And we're going to put purple on this. And let's narrow it down. 42, 65, 66, 67. And then let's create 2 paragraph elements. Yeah, 2 paragraph elements. And continue the nesting. So we've got the ampersand, which represents HTML, the star, excuse me, which represents the body. In this case, we could use the word body as well. And then so we make sure we have a semicolon before we do a P tag, and we do a border 30 pixels solid white, let's say. And this is going to be a linear gradient on the body. That's going to be transparent, white, transparent. And it's got to be at an angle, right? And I need a background of transparent, which is represented by pound and 4 zeros, and then put it at an angle. How about like 70 degrees? Is that right? Or negative 70 degrees? And then we need some extents there. 100 pixels, 0, 130 pixels, 0. Something like that. All right. So let's give some margins to the paragraph tag. Margin here is going to be 0, probably 100, 0, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, like that. And then how about a border radius? 40 pixels. 30. Oh, and even better, I've got 2 of them, and I don't want that yet. Yeah, we need a better, more height. We need to give a height to this thing. Height. So the reason that the margins work to create the top and bottom on the HTML element because it's constraining the body tag, but the paragraph tag is only as large as it needs to be with the content inside it. And in this case, there's no content, so we have to give it a height. 50, 60. Okay, and then our border radius needs to be what, more? Less? 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. That's number 1. All right, so let's adjust these angles. 75, that's a little better. 10, 20, 50, 60, 61, 62. Close. We're probably going to need some half pixels there, or Q units, something like that. 30, 31, 32. Okay, cool. All right, now let's add that second paragraph element. So there he is, but he's totally in the wrong spot. So P plus P is going to have margins that are probably the flip of these. And what does that mean? Probably this one needs to be negative in some way, -10, and then 0, and then 160. So what, by 10, 30, 40. Okay. So those are all the pieces. So we got HTML, which has purple, the body, which has the slash, and then each of the zeros in the percent sign is are the little circles. And we're at 99.9%, which is good, but I usually try to keep going until we get to until we get to 100%. That's my goal. I don't talk about that goal very often, but that is my goal. All right, 45, 46, 45, 44. That's in percentages. So what if I do 0.5, 44, 6, 7, 8, 9, 44.9%. I know, it's a crazy number. 46, 45.1. Let's submit that. Is it 100%? Probably many choices for this linear gradient values, but that is 100% match, and we're going to get out while the getting's good. Let's minify, unit replace. I don't think there's any units here because we are using percentages, and then all of our margin values don't have units. I mean, they're implicitly pixel, but that's what they are. Are there any gains to be made by simplifying any of these things? If I remove the background from the P tag, it doesn't quite work right. So that puts that slash. So that's what the background that it's on the body, when it's put on the paragraph tag, that's what it does. So to fix that, I kind of want to not. So what I'll do is, instead of having this be star, I'll just make it body. And that's fine. That's totally legit. Could we make further optimizations here? Yes. We could not do anything on the HTML element. We could use different margins. We could, because we've got all these margins on to create the positioning on the zeros, we have a lot of other choices, and we wouldn't necessarily have to do the HTML element and the body element. We could just do it all in the body. So do we want to do that? Not today. But lots of room for optimization that would be interesting. And I think that's why I'm going to submit this final, and then I'm out of here. Presuming that I haven't messed it up by making that change. I have not. All right, that's great. Hope you're having a good day out there. It's rough out there for a lot of people. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and go make a web page. All right.